Hello everyone, welcome back. This is RandoGEEK. So we have an article coming from Cord Cutters News. You can find a link for this article down below in the description in case you guys want to read it on your own. But the topic here is the possibility of AT&T finally selling off DIRECTV. So some of you may be confused. You didn't even realize that AT&T still had ownership of DIRECTV. Yes, they do. They have 70% apparently of ownership in DIRECTV. The other 30% belongs to TPG Capital. There was a merger back in August of 2021. There was a deal that was brought in, which gave 30% to TPG, leaving AT&T with 70%. Many are saying that once that deal happened, there was concerns of the future of DIRECTV. Obviously, whenever another company comes in and starts taking things over, even if it's just a 30% takeover, that still leaves people worried. So be it as it may, many have said that AT&T has struggled to really bring DIRECTV to its level of achievement. I don't really think so. I think that they did a very good job. I think DIRECTV is one of the best cable providers. There's a lot of good programming. It's done up well. I like the menu. It looks nice. DIRECTV, Dish Network, excellent for cable. You know, Spectrum is also on that list. But the reason why AT&T wants to get rid of this service, wants to cut ties with it, should I say, is it's not really profitable enough for them at this time. Yes, it's one of the things that they've been able to make money on, but they're also losing a lot of subscribers, and it's simply just because of cost cutting. Cord cutting is a real thing, and it's just going to continue to happen. Many are not going to go back to cable, not unless it's worth their time. So we hear some reports every now and then about how cable is making a comeback because they're now selling wireless and this and that. I mean, look, that might keep some of the current cable subscribers, some of maybe the older generation that's already on cable and just really likes having cable. If you throw in a wireless plan, that might keep them. That might keep them at least for a while because they're going to bundle up, they're going to get a good deal and whatnot. But as far as getting new subscribers, I'm not seeing that. And even with adding the wireless, there's still going to be a lot of, at least in a younger generation, that is probably just going to leave. Okay, you can get Visible for $25. You can get Philo for $25. You're only paying $50. Now you have Visible and you have Philo, which is 70 cable style channels, as I've talked to you guys about in other videos, for $50. It's very simple. You shop around, you do your math, and you get the best of both worlds, and you spend little to nothing. A lot of these cable companies, they're going to bundle you up. They're going to charge you $70 for, streaming, streaming cable, and then, at least another 30 or so for the wireless plan. Therefore, you're at 100, 105. There's going to be taxes. So you're still looking at about 120, maybe 100 if you're lucky. Either way, that's double the price of getting something like Visible and Philo, So that's the biggest thing here, and it's a shame because I looked at DIRECTV's packages. So I pull it up for you guys just so you see what I'm talking about. So as you can see here, they have, 75 plus channels, and then you get, channels like AMC, CNN, Disney Channel, ESPN, ESPN2, Nickelodeon, and more. So, the thing with DIRECTV is it does offer a lot of sports. So if you're someone that really does want all those sports channels, then this might be a good option for you. But you have to be aware of what you're paying because there's a lot of requirements. All right. And as you can see here, there's a lot of fine print. The price for this is really $80. You can get it with, auto pay and, some other stuff. There's other deals and things that have to go on, plus taxes and fees. So even if you were paying the $64.99, you meet the requirements here to get the deals, you're still going to have to pay taxes on that. There's probably going to be some additional fees and whatnot. So you're looking at, still at least $75, close to $80, even with the deal. Without the deal, it's going to be $80 plus taxes and fees. So these are things you have to keep in mind, you know, and that's the biggest issue of why people are cutting the cord. But we know this, right? So I'm not really explaining anything that you guys aren't really aware of, other than the fact that, you know, when these companies come on and say, you know, that, you know, they're looking to sell off, well, this is why. But it's a simple fix if you really think about it. A company like DIRECTV, all they really have to do is make a, you know, a budget-friendly philo type service, you know, and if they say they can't afford it, well, make it so it's like, you know, you don't get options for maybe customer service. You can't speak to customer service. You have to email them instead. All right. So therefore, there's no dedicated reps that you can contact that you need to pay, right, for that specific package. Therefore, you can get maybe 70 channels for, say, you know, maybe $40 a month, right? Instead of, you know, Philo is charging $25, but Philo is Philo, right? They're not anywhere as big as DirecTV or AT&T for that matter. So let's say you do $40 a month. You know, you still make a fair, good profit. You would get a lot more people to probably sign up and stay at such a reasonable price. So it's things like that. They need to come down on pricing, I think. Not sell yourself short to where you're basically making nothing. But, I mean, I think if they reevaluated some of the plans, you know, and did something like that, they can be more competitive with other cord cutting services. And like I said, I know they're a larger business. They have employees or whatnot. You know, give people the option, I guess, is what I'm saying. So I don't know. You know, it really, at the end of the day, depends on what you want to pay for, what channels you need. Do you think it's worth it? Personally, I can see why people are cutting the cord. I myself, I'm not paying $80 a month for cable. I'm just not doing it. I'm going to go the back way, and I'm going to get something like Visible for $25 a month and something like Philo for another $25 a month if I want to have some kind of cable. And therefore, I got a wireless service and I got cable style programming for $50 versus, you know, $90 or more just for cable. And then I got to add a wireless service on top of it. So I don't know. For me, it's just not my thing. But anyway, guys, that's the update here. So let me know what you think down below. Do you, I mean, are you really going to care if AT&T leaves DirecTV? Do you think they're making a smart move? I think at this point in time, cable's not really going to grow. I think if anything, it's just going to keep deflating. They can try as many tricks as they want at this point in time. I don't really see a turnaround. Like I said, they can add all the perks. They can add all the, you know, they can try to get you to bundle up with wireless service. I still don't think it'll work. At the end of the day, people are really going to start breaking out that calculator, you know, and they're going to start figuring out, you know, what's it worth to them? You know, is it worth it? Should I pay for this? You know, so I don't see it happening. I think, like I said, I think cables doesn't have much longer, not unless they decide to change, you know, the way that they do things, you know. So, all right, guys, as always, I want to thank you so much for stopping by and watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.